Yo, 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 welcome back to another edition of Brotherhood of Ball. I'm your host, Clayton.
I'm Caden.
DJ Westfall, baby.
And we got a lot to go over today. Big week ahead of us. We love the Super Bowl. We've got a lot of trash talk on both sides of the ball. Shots at the Grammys all over the place. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting week. We're looking forward to it. What do we got in store for us today, Caden?
Yeah, so for the recap run through, we had the conference championships 2 weeks, or a week ago, whatever it's been. But Kansas City versus Baltimore, boys. What a crazy game. Honestly, it was like a Baltimore came and they weren't the ones that showed up like they were, like you would think they would be, the number one team coming in. And I didn't see it coming, honestly. And when I really started to see the change was in pregame. The Kelsey, Mahomes, Tucker ordeal. Apparently, yep. Tucker does this kind of quite a bit just to kind of like get into people's heads, being as he's a comedian basically out there with like being a kicker. I feel like, he's always doing the smoking on the whatever pack, the whoever he played team, so like I always feel like he's just trying to gain a little mental edge in them, but they came ready to play. What did you guys think of it?
Yeah, I think he probably went to the 10-yard line and done that, and it's not right there. I mean, I love the fact that Travis and Patrick stood on business. It's like, you need to get your shit, and you need to go. There's going to be an issue. I think if they were on the 10-yard line, it probably wouldn't have mattered, but just right where their feet are, I mean, I could kind of understand that, but that's what he's known for. He's known for doing that,
Zay Flowers with big plays and penalty calls, bad. Both for you and against you as well.
Man, just watching Baltimore, right? We expected them, like their MO the whole season was ground and pound, a lot of 20 personnel, a lot of 11, 21 personnel. And going back on, the box score, they had, I think, 8 designed runs, right? And 2 of them were Lamar Jackson. So I think they handed the ball off 6 times. I get it, right? You're playing the Chiefs, you're trying to play catch up, but if you're doing stuff outside of what you're good at, right, then then the other team's kind of dictating your play. And there were times, I'm sure you guys saw it, where Lamar's in the back, right? He takes his drop back and he's just sitting there. And there's not like any pressure coming. I'm like, okay, someone's going to get opened up downfield. And then he's just sitting there patting the ball. And I'm like, okay, brother, like run now. Like don't extend it, like make the play. But it passes.
Do what you usually do.
And then he just hits it, or he scrambles and like loses a couple of yards. I'm like, what are we doing here, my guy?
RG3 brought up a great point. He was like, every time going into the game, there's multiple examples of Kansas City's backers. Every time they would say hut, they turn around and run backwards at the specific time that Lamar is supposed to be like, cleaning the pocket, coming up in it, going back in it. And like, so there's multiple times where he would like come up into the pocket, and in the pocket, you would see the linebackers aren't even looking at him, and he'd have a freaking hole the size of a Mack truck he could run through. And he's just like, then starts panicking, starts doing the little, oh shit, not here, there, like right. That sort of thing. I mean, dude,
it was tough.
And they were still in it. Crazy.
I think, like you said, I think they were playing Kansas City's game. They were forcing them to play a game that they hadn't played all year. And I don't know why Lamar didn't run it. Like the game before that, when they were playing, who did they play the week
Texans.
Before? Yeah. Like, dude, the dude was running. He had so many highlights of him running, scoring, making plays and stuff. And then it's just like, what happened? Like, what happened to that? Where did that go?
He even threw a pass to himself in that game.
I just took it off, too.
Yeah, like...
But yeah, like, dude, if you're the number one run offense in the league and stuff, and you only put up 7 rushes on the whole game, like, what is that? Like, and then another thing, like Mark Andrews coming back, I thought that would at least help their passing game. That didn't even do anything for them,
dude.
Right?
Yeah,
I think he had one catch. Did he have? I think he had one catch.
I'm not sure if this is right, but it might have been in that first drive too. Like it was like I remember it being kind of quick and like, or they were at least forcing it to him a little bit, like. Got to get Mark involved, but Isaiah Likely, they should have just stuck with that dude. That guy is an athlete, man.
And
he was the only one giving effort on that, on like a few plays. They're just like showing him he's streaking, trying to, and everybody else is running curls and like 10-yard
that
outs.
last interception that Lamar threw, I think there was like 6 minutes. They were only down one possession. There's like six. No, I'm sorry. They were down two possessions. I think they were down 10. Isaiah Likely's right, running that deep seam route, triple covered, and Lamar, trying to do something, forces into triple coverage, and I'm like, dude. If they take a field goal there, now they're chopping it down to one possession. You got 6 minutes left, okay? Like, cool. All's good in the world. But forcing that ball in that situation, it was just kind of like the dagger. And we're talking high, especially me. I was talking high on the Baltimore defense. Man, again, that Isaiah Pacheco, bro, he's a problem, dude. And he's one of those guys where they can really lean on him when they need to get established the run game. And he's kind of, been that bell cow back they've had, and it's really impressive to see him kind of take that role.
I think they needed that this season too, especially with the receivers that they've had. So
100%.
Both of it helps Patrick, and it helps that offense, because they haven't had that high flying offensive receiving core that they've had the previous years. But now that they have a running back that actually could dominate for them, it kind of makes it easier on like the play action and just like simple passes that Patrick needs to like throw when it's a passing down, because then now the defenses are looking more like, okay, maybe they might hand it to Pacheco now, or maybe they might do a play action, when it was like, oh no, when they had Tyreek, or they had even Juju when they won it last year, or this and that. They just have these guys go downfield and somebody's going to get open. And I don't think they really have had that. I mean, who would you guys say their best receiver is this year? That Rashid Rice?
Got to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone else that really that you can like that could compete to be like, oh no, this guy was better than that guy. Like, they don't really have a lot of.
I mean, what about Kadarius Toney? That guy was legit.
Well, no, you saw he didn't even play.
He's in his feelings now. There's a lot of stuff about him right now.
They didn't rep him at all that game.
Okay, so they said that he was injured. What I heard is they put an injury tag on him so that, like, because they didn't want to play him. So what they do is like basically saying like, all right, you're hurt, just so next year you're not getting questioned like, why didn't you play in this game? What, and then you can go to a new team and stuff. I think they're ready to ship him out. And then so he started like going on IG saying like, no, I ain't hurt and stuff. And it's like, now you're screwing yourself. So go ahead, dig that hole deeper. So
you're not.
Now, I think every single coach across the board, all the way down to high school, when you talk about a rookie mistake, you're going to bring up Zay Flowers.
100%.
And you are never going to – I've never seen, and I know I've always been told this, when you're going to the goal line, you're either going up or you're going to tuck the ball and you're going to sacrifice your body. You're not reaching. And that happened twice. That happened with Stephon Diggs. Was that Stephon Diggs in the Bills game where he fumbled the ball? And same thing with, it was Zay Flowers. I mean, that's so mind-blowing to me that you would reach the ball. And that's almost karma when he stood over the top of Snead. Yeah. And then Snead's the one that forces the fumble. Like that's
I'm not nearly as mad about the reaching across the goal line. That's kind of like, I get it. Like, defensive players are told to do that, but like, you're also trying to get the touchdown. This is the dang, AFC Championship game. So like, I'm not necessarily mad about the reach over, but the standing up, and it's the spin of the ball. Yeah. Everybody knows it's the spin of the ball. Like, you can stand over people a little bit. Like, they're a little bit lenient on that, but like, once you spin that ball in his face, that's when they're like, all right, we got to get you now.
And that was in the same drive, right? I think, right?
I don't think so.
No? I could have sworn it. I was like, dude, this is,
it might have been
Demise right here.
Because they were going right back to him, like, every time, like, after that. But
I think it was the same drive, bro. I'm not, I was like, dude, this guy really put Baltimore in a bind.
And still keeping it close. I think Kansas City's hitting the pace right at the right time. Like it seems like they're hitting it right at when you want to hit it the most. And then that kind of brings you to the NFC Championship, where San Fran is scratching and clawing. Dan Campbell has some choices to make more than one time.
I like it though. I really liked it. I think it's gutsy. It's style. I loved everything about it. You got to drop balls. That really fucked them. You can't drop balls in those key situations.
Dude, if they didn't drop 3 of those third down conversions, I think they win that game. And 2
Easily.
of them were Craig Reynolds or whatever.
Josh Reynolds.
Yeah.
Josh Reynolds, yeah.
Yes. I'm like, dude, this Josh Reynolds kid is killing us right
Yeah,
now.
he's got to go.
He's usually one of their better
Those
wide
were good.
receivers
He
too.
is,
Like,
yeah. They ran the ball great, 162 yards on the ground. I mean, they did what they wanted to do. Ground and pound. Let's get in the trenches. Let's fucking bring it to the Niners
Yep.
defense. And they did. And they called out Chase Young. Chase Young looked awful in that game, just moseying around.
Jameer
just getting
Gibbs had a
moved.
bad fumble, though, too. The
He
cost
did.
him on a third down.
He did,
Yeah,
but
that
I
was
mean,
big time fumble. Rookie, another rookie mistake.
And, the Detroit, that first drive, I think it was like 4 plays. It was 4 plays, 75 yards score. And I'm like,
And Jameson scoring.
yeah, it was only like the jet sweep, the end around.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, shit. And then, boom, they kind of rattle off another one. I mean, at one point, wasn't it? I
Well,
believe it was,
they took off.
it was 24-7. I think they had a 17.
it was a 17-point lead going into the
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you got Eminem flipping the birds. Fuck you, just talking it up at halftime. And Brock Purdy is the dog. He's got to get a little bit of fucking something in his name, right? I mean,
it's irrelevant.
Dude, his legs saved them so many times in that game.
So
that was the
many
most
times.
I've ever seen him run.
Yeah,
Yep.
Right.
He
And,
actually
and
kind of
so
scoots, too.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and so that's gonna be curious to see though in the Super Bowl with what Lamar didn't do, and will Brock Purdy do it? Like, is that because I don't think the Chiefs are gonna be nearly as worried about Brock running than they were with Lamar. So
Yeah.
it's like,
And that's what Brock did that in the divisional game, right? He was kind of lackluster for the majority of the game, and then that last drive, right? He extended, he got an extra couple of series just off his legs, and it's like,
Right.
okay, man, like you have this tool in your toolbox, man. When the going gets tough, man, freaking take it on your own, back,
Right.
and then obviously freaking Christian. What do you have? He had multiple touchdowns, right?
that guy doesn't win MVP is crazy to me. Like, I know it's a quarterback award, but that dude's every time I
It's
watch
very
him, I'm
close,
just like,
though. It's
Yeah.
very close. I think
I
you're
get it,
4.
Lamar and stuff, but like, I'm also
I'd say there's your
like
5
Christian.
for sure.
Yeah,
I'd say your 5 is Lamar, Patrick, Brock, Christian, and Tyreek Hill. I think there's your top 5 candidates right there. I mean, great years, all 5 of them.
Brock,
Dude, come on.
Brock in there, bud.
Dude, Brock easily had an MVP season, and it's very shunned upon. I don't get it. I like that. Ooh, a hot take. Mark the clip. Put it down.
Yeah,
I'd say yes. I mean, we've seen it time and again. He's number 1 in multiple categories. If you look at the stats right now, his stats beat Patrick Mahomes. So the only guy next to him is Lamar Jackson, and he'd already beat Lamar Jackson on a few of those. He's the guy in line. I mean, you're gonna see it as a second-year player winning the MVP. I could put 25 down on it. You can mark that down the parlay, baby. Make some money on it.
And you know what? It's gonna be really interesting, right? Because this is his 3rd season, right? So it's gonna be really interesting to see what the 49ers do if they're gonna pay him. Because I mean, dude, he'll be a 40, 50 million a year guy.
I think they should.
You think that high? I mean, I could probably see like 30. For sure.
if you're talking stand,
Talks.
Okay, but what if they sign like a Patrick Mahomes deal where it's like 8 years or 10 years for 30 a year? There's 300 million.
Trust in him.
You don't think so? He's young. He's brand new. The team loves him.
I don't think you got to pay him the most. Like, I don't think he needs that tag, but
Oh no,
I
I'm
think
not
you
paying
pay.
him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But again, he'll probably be like a
He
$3 million a year guy.
the dude does deserve something.
Got it.
I mean,
Got it.
And
Get
then
his name on board, baby.
last thing I want to say.
squad around him too. Like, don't get rid of his squad either.
That's what I was going to touch on. Is like I think
Yeah.
that the main factor of the Niners' success of being able to come back from that game was the involvement of Debo Samuels. I mean, that guy is an absolute
Yeah.
weapon.
I-
And, they get him in
True.
a bunch of different ways. They hand it to him, they pass it to him down the field, they pass him to him in the flats, and
Well,
he's
they
obviously
also
not
have
100%.
those. they have their motion packages centered around him and Christian motioning together and like away and like all that stuff. So that plays a huge factor. I mean, then they put in like Brandon Ayuk, and it's like he doesn't do that like him. Like he's good. He's a wide receiver one, but he's a wide receiver one. He's not a motioner. He doesn't, he's not going to be sliding. He's not going to be doing all these things. So
Exactly.
I am very happy to see Christian be in an organization, though, after seeing all those tough years with the Panthers, to finally come to the Niners, to finally get the respect on his name, too. He is the best and baddest running back in the league. There's no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love Derrick Henry, but it's not even close of who's the best all-around dog of a running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
No, I agree.
Hands down. I mean, he's probably in his own tier at this point. And so I would love to see if the Niners win the Super Bowl just for that, for the Mr. Irrelevant, the Christian McCaffrey,
Here's a little
cool
trivia.
moment.
Here's a little trivia for you too. Christian McCaffrey and Kyle Shanahan are one of the only other two father and son. Their sons. They're the sons of dads that won Super Bowls together as well. Ed McCaffrey and Mike Shanahan won it in Denver.
And
in
on that sweet team, those Denver Broncos. Yeah.
Back to backs. You remember those? Those were when we won one and then we won it again the next year. Remember those?
I don't, because it was like in the 90s.
97.
Okay, yeah. So
28.
So yeah, I have a vague memory of those.
Yeah. Remember Terrell Davis? Remember those guys? Yeah.
I do.
Super Bowls. John Elway.
Was that Champ Bailey? Champ Bailey?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy was a dog.
Champ was he was my
Yeah.
hero.
Person on the team with Cam when they went though.
No,
Yeah,
I
and we
think
got
that's
beat
for me.
by.
That's right. Yeah,
Is he?
Oh, was he?
I think
I mean, that was.
I remember Kuechly being there. I don't remember Christian. Christian was drafted in 16.
correct.
Oh,
And they went
16.
like 12, 13.
That's when we went.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Cameron Artis Payne was the running back for the
Him.
and I don't
Yeah.
remember that campaign.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So met Alan Hancock, and then he went to Auburn. He was a load. Dude, he was a load. Shout out Alan Hancock College. All right, is that going to do it for our recap?
I think so. I like that. I do want to get your guys' feelings on the NBA shift, though. That 65 game. What's going on with that? You guys have details on that? I kind of heard a little bit on it.
Yeah. The NBA and the NBPA agreed to a rule for the new collective bargaining agreement in which a player must play in at least 65 regular season games to be eligible for MVP, All-NBA, Defensive Player of the Year, All-Defense, and Most Improved Player of the Year awards. So they're trying to cut out load management, but in a weird way.
But do you think that changes the game, though? I mean,
Yes, it does. Because look at Joel Embiid right now. Like the guy got hurt, and now if he doesn't play in so many games, he's in the MVP talks. There goes he's not going to win it because Shea's going to win it. But other than that, it's like
that's debatable.
I mean, dude, I'm just saying that it is weird though, because it's like now if he sits out and he doesn't play in 65 games, then he's not going to be on the podium for MVP because of that.
And I think it's it's a way to people are coming to see when they're paying tickets to come to see the game, they're expecting that the best five are going to be out there. So when it eliminates some of that load management,
Tired of a bunch of soft asses.
Dude,
They're tired.
down on the court and throw a ball in the hoop. It can't be that hard, right?
That's Michael Jordan if he sat out.
Relax.
You got these guys, Charles Barkley, Kareem, all those dogs. They got so many consistent seasons going all the way, 82 games. Let me play. All these people, like you said, are coming to buy tickets. I know that was a big thing with LeBron. We know the Lakers aren't doing the hottest, but people are still going to the games just because LeBron's playing.
Yeah, totally.
And so, when LeBron doesn't play and they spent all that money for the courtside seats or whatnot, people are enraged about that. Yeah. You're trying to see your favorite players. We know that. We're not disagreeing with that.
I've been saying,
dude,
don't go to the
Okay, hot take. Do we see LeBron move teams?
Okay, see.
I-
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll see until Bronny comes, if he comes into the league, right? I think that'll be his next move.
But don't you think like he would have the power if he gets drafted to whatever team? Hey, let me come over there and play with my son.
He has it in his contract right now with LA. It's like he's only obligated to them until Bronny's in there, and then it's like, okay, I can go wherever I want. Like,
That's legit. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, a lot of people hate on the guy, and a lot of people love the guy. But I don't remember any time that a dad and father played in the league other than Ken Griffey and his dad.
Right.
That's really it. You know, I don't know another duo like that to play in a major league sport.
I can think.
Frank Gore almost did. Frank Gore almost.
Yeah, Frank Gore almost did, right? Yeah.
With his
Cal Ripken Jr. and Cal Ripken play together too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to see kind of where the NBA takes that, you know, on where they stand and how that's going to impact sales. You know, how do we know if my guy's going to play? You know, I'm spending 50, 60, 100, 150, 200 bucks to go see my guy play and it's not there. Do they start asking for refunds?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I went to come to see LeBron. He didn't play.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Hot take number 3. Put it down to Marks.
Well,
Hey, my favorite guy ain't playing. Give me my money back.
Why
Your
did you
favorite
tell
guy
me
play
that?
today? No, he didn't. Okay, here's your money. Did your guy favorite play? No, he didn't. Okay, here's your money too.
Dude, I just go in and say none of these guys are my favorite players, so give me my money back.
yeah. I hate these guys.
What's going on?
But sticking on like the past Pro Bowl weekend and everything, you know, also the last weekend we also had a hockey All-Star game as well, you know. They even let Jay Babes out there.
I loved it. He had little dangles. He still got it in him.
He's actually not bad on the ice.
It was actually kind of cool to see him sing and like kind of be happy. I mean, there was like a darkness to him like the past few years. It's kind of all I've seen, and now it's like,
Well, he had that
Justin
disease.
Bieber. Well, there is that. Don't get me wrong.
It's like AOA or whatever. No, that's not it.
Only DJs diagnosed with.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
DJ.
that's right. That's right.
I knew
That's a DJ.
somebody did.
That was cool to see him out there, and I didn't get to watch much of the NHL All-Star game or the Pro Bowl because I mean the Pro Bowl's the Pro Bowl, whatever.
But and that's what sucks because it's like the way that they do the All-Star or NHL All-Stars, which is kind of like their Pro Bowl. It's so much more entertaining than anything that they're trying to throw at with the NFL Pro Bowl.
They're doing fun stuff. They're like doing fastest skating or like fastest one to skate around and shoot the last shot, you know, that sort of thing. And then fastest shot. It's like, get them quarterbacks up there. Remember when the old school Pro Bowl where they would like set up and throw 70-yard bombs and like, you know, it's like, bring that back. Why are we like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen can't get out there and throw 70-yard bombs for us?
Right.
I mean, I think that's probably one of the most iconic clip of the Pro Bowl is Sean Taylor laying absolute hat is the best highlight of the Pro Bowl on the punter. Just
R.I.P. Sean Taylor.
R.I.P. Sean Taylor.
That was wasn't that y'all's punter too, Penna? The Saints punter, Moreland or Moorhead or something.
Yeah, he never
I
did.
don't know if that was him. I don't know if that was him. That might have been too long ago, but yeah.
The only thing that I watched in the Pro Bowl that I actually liked this year was the kick-tack-toe, where they had like it was like a kickers.
Justin Tucker,
That was
always
pretty cool. Yeah,
always bringing it home. Always bringing it home.
Different.
I do like the quarterback ones, you know, even though Dan Orlovsky beat all the quarterbacks in it this year, which is outrageous. But
And you know, a lot of people give him shit for running out of bounds, but like he actually was a pretty good quarterback. He did pretty good.
Hot take.
Hot take? No.
but somebody clip that and put that with his cricket from fucking last week.
Give me Pakistan all day long.
So that's going to do it for our recap this week. Let's move on to our on deck segment. And really, boys, right? There's really only one thing to talk about for our on deck segment. And
Super Bowl.
it's the Super Bowl. So we all know, obviously, Niners versus the Chiefs. And currently, right now in DraftKings, the Niners are favored by 2, and the over/under is 47.5. So we are getting a rematch on this Super Bowl. We did see this in 2019. So let's hear your guys' take. Clay, why don't you start off first?
I think kind of from what I've seen this week, it's always obviously a very fun week. We still got a lot more to it. And seeing the interviews and the players and seeing the fans get involved, you could just see on Brock's face when he hears Patrick talk that he wants to shut that yapper so bad. And he wants to dominate the game. You could just see it. I mean, it's melting him that he's got to hear it again and again and again. And obviously the media just keeps killing him. So it's like, I think this is a great spot for Brock Purdy to finally show if he's the truest dog and the Mr. Irrelevant that everyone's talked about. It's now or never. And they got the whole team ready to rock and roll. They're ready to play. But, I mean, it's also the Chiefs, though. You got to think fucking Patrick Mahomes, this is what he lives for. This is his realm. He's been there so many times. He loves this shit. Same with Travis Kelce. You got Taylor Swift watching him. I mean, who do you pick? But I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Niners. I'm going Niners. I want the Niners so bad.
Caden, who do we like here?
It seems like I'm a broken record. Every week I pick against the Chiefs, and they go out there and they win. And they disappoint me because they're in my fucking division. So I'm going to fucking change it up a little bit. I'm going to go Niners.
I like it. Thank God. I was scary for a second. You had me.
I would never go for their fucking asses.
So we got 2 Niners. Who do we like here for Super Bowl 58?
I would really love to see, like we were saying earlier, I really want to see Christian get one. I really like George Kittle. I like Brock Purdy. Yeah. I like all those guys. I really want to see him get them. But like what Caden was just saying, I'm done going against Patrick because every time I bet against him, I always lose.
I lose my money.
So I'm going with the Chiefs.
Reverse
maybe
Chiefs.
If I go with the Chiefs, now the Chiefs will lose if I pick them this time. So maybe
no, you don't say that.
Then we double down on
I go against them every single time, and then they win. So what if I pick them?
I know, but when you acknowledge it, then it's a double negative. It crosses it out.
No, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Crossovers here.
I'm not gonna go. I mean, Patrick just continues to freaking win, so I'm gonna take the Chiefs. Even though I know the Niners are healthy, everything's going for them. They're the favorite right now, but I mean, Patrick's done it so many times that it would be hard for me to just keep making the same mistake over and over, going against him and then losing it. So I'm gonna ride with the Chiefs on this one. I think they're gonna win. I don't want them to win, but I think the Chiefs are gonna win it.
It's crazy that they're an underdog too. I'm just gonna throw that out there, but I know it is what it is.
And the past 3 weeks, the past 3 games that the Chiefs have gone into, granted they've all been away, they've all been underdogs. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ride with D there. On paper, I swear I say this every week when the Chiefs play. On paper, the Niners have a better team, roster wise. They have more weapons. And granted, they have guys that I want to see. I want to see Christian win a Super Bowl. I want to see George win a Super Bowl. But unfortunately, man, Patrick Mahomes, I think, he's just kind of riding his dynasty. And, if he wins this, man, he's on a good pace to take over Mr. TB12. I mean,
who else? Hold the phone. TV timeout. Let's not die. No.
Talk about somebody who's right in their dynasty. It's Patrick Mahomes Sr. That guy is right in his own dynasty.
That guy's wild.
Don't bring Tom and Patty into it yet.
Tom went 9 years without winning one. All right. Patrick is on pace, brother. He's only been in the league for what? Been in the league 7 years,
6.
Right? Started
7.
In the league for 7, but only started for 6. And he's been in 6
the AFC championship for 6.
So it's like, bro, like this guy he's literally like,
he sucks. He gets every fucking call.
See, like, in order to get to Tom Brady's status, he needs to at least get 5 or 6. But then he's also got to put the longevity and somehow in his career get to 35-12 in the playoffs. He doubles and triples people's records. He's
That's
so
what I hate.
high.
This guy's gonna win one more. If he wins again, even if it's just one more in the next 3 years, people are gonna be like, "He's the greatest fucking guy ever," because Tom couldn't do it. It's like Tom's the goat, bro. He's got 7.
Absolute goat.
I'm not disputing that. Tom is a guy. I'm saying it. Patrick is on pace.
But like we could put Patrick in the Steve Young, Joe Montana category, John Elway. We could definitely put him there and Peyton. But let's not. Tom is in his own little spot. There's the top of the pyramid. He's got that. Then everyone funnels.
Because you know who gave Tom hell the most? The Denver Broncos.
Peyton Manning. That was fun.
Only team to have a 500 record against Tom Brady.
Only Manning that got Tom was Eli when it mattered.
Oh, that rap.
Not
Eli
true.
got it. Did you guys like that, the Pro Bowl? Did you see that?
Not true. Ask Julian Edelman. He hates the Broncos because we kept them out of the Super Bowl 3 different years, all when they were like pushing. That one year that they thought they were about to go undefeated. Yeah, no. Sorry. Ran into a buzzsaw called Denver Broncos.
Eli got him in that Super Bowl.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Yeah. Dude. It'd be interesting to see what happens there with old.
Okay, let's stay on topic. Why don't we?
Yeah, Jesus.
Saying about me, okay?
Let's go for our Bob parlay picks this week. Let's pick touchdowns on first to score touchdowns.
First to score?
First to score. Who do we like first to score?
I'm going to go.
Yeah, we'll go Clay, Caden, D.
I think if the Chiefs get it, it's got to be Travis Kelce.
Touchdown or first
score a touchdown.
Score any points?
Yeah, first to
score. First to score a touchdown. I'm going to pick Travis Kelce. If the Chiefs get the ball, they're gonna push that so hard to give Travis a touchdown, first score, pan to Taylor Swift. Oh my God, it's Taylor! And then right back to the field. They got him.
Travis Kelce right now plus 750 to score first touchdown.
Ooh, give me 100 on that.
Caden, who do we like other than Travis to score the first touchdown?
I don't like that. I'll tell you that. Honestly, I like Christian for the first score.
And
safe pick. It's a safe pick.
He's the odd favorite right now. He's plus 400. So that's not a bad pick. D, who do we like? If you can't pick Travis or Christian, who do you like to do the first touchdown?
I'm gonna go with Isaiah Pacheco.
Ooh,
I think
I like that.
Down, and I think that they're just gonna hand him the rock, and he's gonna punch it in.
I like that, and he's actually the second odds favorite.
Yeah, he is. 50. Are you gonna take the fourth?
No, I'm not. I think I'm going to take Patrick. I think he's going to run one in. I think he's going to run one.
Oh,
I like that. I was actually just thinking about that.
I kind of like him. They're down by the
QB.
Yeah, he's like scrambling.
2,200?
Yeah,
whoa.
plus 2,200.
That's wild.
Like that. So.
Yeah.
That's a cold take. That's a cold take right there.
Cold take.
Mark that down.
The East run one in. So, we can't make that into a parlay, I don't think, on DraftKings, but, those are our picks. So, Clay has Travis to score first touchdown. Caden has Christian to score first touchdown. DJ has Isaiah Pacheco, and I will take Patrick Mahomes for the first. And these are rushing touchdowns.
Okay, and
I think Patrick hits that from about 10 to 15 yards out, though. I don't think it's like right on the goal line.
So you think it's deep? Ooh,
I think he does that little bullshit. I'm going to run out of bounds. No, just kidding. Score.
Touchdown. Do we want to do just an inner bet just for us? And then obviously the viewers can chime in. Let's see what they have. Let's go heads, tails. And let's go Star Spangled Banner. I'm going to go heads, and I'm going to go under 2 minutes.
Okay. Heads, under 2 minutes. I'm going to go heads. Do we know who's singing the Star Spangled Banner?
Yeah, just
producer. Yeah. You got it?
Got it.
Chiming in. Get us in. He's getting the information for us right now.
My producer just gave me one of these.
Reba McIntyre.
Reba
McIntyre.
Oh,
How
God.
dare you? How dare you?
This
say her
one's
name like
going the
that?
distance here. Mark
Reba
that one down for a million
McIntyre?
views.
That's
We're going to tag her. We're going to tag the CMAs. This one's going viral, buddy.
I can
They're
check a
gonna
niner
know.
in there.
So I'm gonna go. What was your over under, Clay? 2.
I'm going under 2 minutes.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be quick.
I'm gonna go tails, and I'm gonna go over 3 minutes. Reba's gonna really hold that one out.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go tails, and I'm gonna go under.
Ooh.
2 minutes.
Under 3 minutes or 2 minutes?
Yeah, definitely under 3.
Yeah, definitely under
Okay.
3.
So let's just make it- let's
But
just-
under 2 as well.
Yeah, 2 minutes is normally what it's at. Yeah.
Okay, so I went.
Unless she holds that last note.
Clay and Caden are under.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going heads, and I'm going over 2 minutes.
All right, a little
I like
split.
it. I like that. Okay,
Yeah,
so we all
Bob's
got our
split right
own.
there.
I like that.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our on the deck segment. We're going to pass this over to Clayton for our nostalgia nonsense segment.
This one's good because I feel like we all have that one person in our life. Obviously, we always want to pick our father or our mother that, we looked up doing sports, but there's that one athlete that transpired, whether you played baseball, football, soccer, whatever it is. For me personally, and not only did I get to meet the guy and play on the same field with him, I've always looked up, and that was my favorite shortstop. I'm going to go David Eckstein. That guy was
Eckstein.
a stud, got a chance to win one with
Yep.
the Angels,
Yeah,
gets
he
traded
did.
to the Cardinals, wins one with them, hits a walk-off grand slam for the Cardinals, and he's the smallest guy on the field. He was the Jose Altuve
Mm,
of our childhood.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the little guy.
He
on the
didn't
field.
cheat.
There is that. He didn't cheat. Yeah.
David Eckstein. I love it.
David Eckstein. Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
Caden, what you got?
Yeah, so mine, I actually have the bobblehead of him. Ivan Rodriguez, Pudge. what they called
I
him.
love that.
It's what started the number 7 for me as a kid. I wore number
Okay.
7 all the time. And then come to find out a few years after, giving up on being done with baseball and really focusing on football, that's when Mike Vick was around. So boom, bing, bang, 7-7.
Nice
I love
transition.
that. You just gave me mine for the draft. Good.
Oops.
What?
No free gimmies. Give it back.
DJ, what you got?
Mine is definitely going to have to be Eddie George.
Yeah,
He
I
was
love it.
The one
Love
that
it.
got me into football. I mean, he's the reason why I like the Titans. He's literally the whole reason that got me into the sport and working hard. I mean, just even going back, I remember my first game of Madden ever playing. I would just literally only choose the Titans to use Eddie George because that dude just used to run people over. And I was
All
like,
day long.
I love this. I love being able to just dominate people. And he used to, dude, he's my favorite player of all time in any sport that I've ever watched play their professional sport.
Well, Georgia Bulldog.
And I
like
think
that.
he was on a Madden cover, correct?
He
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Like one of the early Maddens.
98, Nintendo 64.
Ooh, Nintendo 64 shout out.
He was a baller.
He was.
dude.
That was
And
good.
he kind of rocked the elbow pads, didn't he?
He was the reason why I started rocking him.
That makes more sense.
Full circle.
Everything was about Eddie.
Eddie, baby.
I should have shaved my head, huh?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
put it back on. Put it back on.
Stalled.
Stuff.
You should.
Olsen, who you got?
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of guys come to mind, but probably
That one
that
guy.
that one guy that I actually got to watch and who I idolized, who, played with it. He was just like a modern day gladiator out there, just out there headhunting. This guy would not be able to play in today's league. We'll be able to
Radio.
play, but not be able to. He would not be as successful as he was back when he was early on in like the early '90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
And that was the X Factor, Brian Dawkins.
He was my other guy. I just watched a highlight video of him.
I mean, the passion that guy played with, the intensity, and I mean, the guy was just an absolute savage out there.
Dude, he was a man child. Dude,
Oh
he
my
was
He is a
humongous.
Bronco.
Yeah, yes, he was.
Okay.
Eagle too.
I say
His jersey.
Biceps too.
next week we go secondary. Let's do a draft in the secondary. Who's your top 5 in the secondary? I like that because there's a lot of good ones. Brian Dawkins was a dog. I mean, that
Hey,
dude was so
We
scary.
should let our audience decide some of like our future
Ooh, I like
drafts
that.
or nostalgia nonsense.
I like that.
Please.
So you guys come on in, get in the comments, join the
Right.
boys, give us some draft ideas. We really want to check that out, man. There's a lot of stuff out there. We want to get your guys' takes, but we'll also get some shout outs anytime that you guys come on, give us some ideas. We want to give back to the community. Give back to the
Please.
brotherhood. That's all we want to do.
Totally. Please.
That's going to wrap up the nostalgia. Now it's time for Mr. DJ with the draft.
So we got the draft on deck, ladies and gentlemen, and this week's draft we are doing sports athletes
Yep, I already got it.
that are named like the most famous sports athletes named Mike/Michael.
Yep, just
Okay.
roll the credits. I already
Let's
chalked
go.
this one up. This one's good.
And the draft order is going to go myself, Caden, Clay, and Penna.
Yep.
And
Okay.
so, without further ado, I will start it off. And it's
DJ
very
going.
simple. I'm going to take Michael Jordan right away.
That's such a bitch move.
That's got to be 1-1.
This was tough, but I'm gonna go with Tyson.
Ooh, okay.
That goes my first.
I like that. I'm gonna go with the arguably best baseball player of all time. Give me Mike Trout.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Give me Mr.
Okay.
Mikey.
I'm gonna go with the most decorated Olympian, I believe, Michael Phelps.
Oh, nice pull.
Michael
Yeah.
Phelps. And then for the first pick of round 2, I'm gonna take a turnaround, and I'm gonna go with the classic gap tooth man, absolute savage on the field, Michael Strahan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I am gonna give
Clay, you're on deck. Let's see.
arguably a top 5 tight end, if not top 10. Give me the Bears. Give me a little Ditka. Give me the Ditka.
A Hurricane named
Great pick, Clayton.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Michael Irving.
Ooh.
Best 88 to do
You
it.
know what? I low key kind of forgot about their Michael Irving. Shame on me.
I like it, Mark. I like it. So
It's Irvin. It's Michael Irvin.
Thank you.
all right. I'm going. Okay. You guys kind of got some of my guys, all right? No, I like that.
There's only so many mics.
All right, so on deck, let's see. Who am I going to go with? I think. So for round 2, to end round 2, I will take Michael Vick.
Damn it.
Oh,
I was wondering. Nobody
was gonna
said.
happen.
Nobody got it.
It had to
I
be.
thought Vanilla Vick was going to take him.
Yeah.
I was gonna, but I said him already, and I was like, nah, that's too many times to talk about him. Probably think I'm a homo.
And I'm going to go with another football player, Hall of Famer, Mike Singletary.
Oh,
That's a good one. Crazy eyes.
I can't, that one kind of slipped through the cracks on my list. Damn it.
Yeah, and then one that I don't think you guys would say, but great dude, Mike Allstott.
No way. That was my next pick. That's just atrocious. We need to catch him in the cheating act. I think he looked at my fucking play calls.
Man, I'm seeing all your plays.
All right, give me the pizzeria boy, a little Mike Piazza Mets, baby.
Bro, come on. What? You guys are literally taking all of my picks. Okay, well now I'm gonna have to dig deep in this list.
Yeah, we're getting deep in there.
Okay, we're
That's what she said.
We're gonna go a couple of NBA guys, catch him in the corner with the splash through with a little Mike Miller.
Yeah.
Not sure if you guys remember who he was on the Heat for a while. Mike Miller.
Cavs.
In the Cavs, thank you, Cavs. Yes, and then staying in the NBA, long time I believe Memphis Grizzlies. Mike Conley. Wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. He was all right.
I'm just not gonna do it.
What? Am I missing
That's
guys?
not gonna do it. You're missing guys.
What you got, Penna?
I got
What did you
Mike
take?
Miller and Mike Conley.
Okay.
We're back to Clay.
I had both of them, yeah.
Play.
You're missing some too, Clay.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Give me just because I drafted him number one, I'm always gonna give this guy shit, but he's a good ball player. He just needs to pull his head out of his ass. Give me Michael Thomas.
Yeah, that's who I was saying. That's who I was saying you're missing.
I'm an idiot.
What an idiot! Go back
You
there.
didn't
What
say
are you
him.
doing?
Oh,
I was wondering.
I go
It's kinda
Mike
like how
Conley, Mike
vanilla-
Miller.
Yeah,
It's embarrassing. My bad,
Yeah.
NT. My bad, bro.
That's just how do you miss him? You know,
For mine, I'm surprised DJ or Clay hasn't picked this guy yet, but Mike Vrabel.
I was
no.
actually going to say him.
Yeah, he was gonna go. He was gonna go 5.
You should go deep.
Is that's your last pick?
Is it? No,
No, he's
I
got
got
one more.
one.
You got the turnaround right here.
Yep.
Okay.
Have we said?
All right. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, we are in it.
So these are my last two, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to go. So my last two, last football guy I'm going to choose, Michael Bennett for Seattle.
Oh, yeah. That's a Patriot, right? You started with Patriots, then went to
Yeah.
Seattle?
No, but yeah, and then went back to the Patriots.
Yeah. That's right.
And then my last pick, I think he'll eventually get there, but he's one of the top guys right now in his current sport, and I am going to go with Michael Chandler.
Who?
UFC Michael Chandler?
Oh. Yeah. Give me Iran and Pakistan, cricket. Jesus.
It was actually India, Pakistan.
Yeah. You didn't watch the game, did you, Clay?
No, I missed the series.
Oh man, I got a few here that I would like to take, and they're not great. Really, none of them. I wouldn't put a lot of faith in them to run my squad.
Yeah.
But Mike Evans. I mean, if you got 1,000-yard receiving yards, Mike Evans it is. 10,000-yard receiving.
He was on mine too.
Okay, so if we're gonna go overall athlete, right? We're gonna pull one out here. Give me Michelangelo.
What?
Is this a pool player?
Yeah.
Michelangelo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Bro, come on. Jesus.
These are sports guys.
Dude.
I know he skateboarded, but not professionally. Say.
Flag on the play.
Okay, that's only fair.
Those in the comments for Clayton.
You should lose your pick.
That is not going to cut it.
Hey, you want me to throw some out for you? I got honorable mentions.
No, Michael. Yeah, I know. I got one too. Give me Michael Johnson, 100-yard dash, set the record for the USA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Olympian.
Okay.
I had him. Not a great pick, but better than
That's not
Michelangelo.
bad. It's a gold medal.
I don't know how to go real down the list for this guy, and I kind of hated having to pick him, but it's the last pick, and he was good for a little bit. Now he's like, I don't know what his deal is, but Mike Gesicki.
Oh,
Oh yes.
yes.
He wasn't on mine. He wasn't on mine.
All right,
Hey,
Look, I can't
honorable
wait.
mention.
Okay.
Honorable mention. Michael Orr from Blindside. You
I
know,
had him.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Mike Bibby for the Hawks.
I had him.
Michael Beasley. Michael Young. Mike Perry.
Michael Scott.
Mike-
He played
Mike
basketball.
White.
Michael Scott. This is
Mike Fisher. Carrie Underwood's husband, hockey player.
Yeah.
Not really.
Mike D'Antoni. Mike Mayo.
I want to know what your guys' drafts were. I feel like there was some bad picks out there.
I
Who
mean,
did you pick? Gesicki, Penna?
Yeah.
Mike Gesicki was my last pick.
That could go down as one of the worst picks.
Mike Napoli.
Indian pack.
You have that solidified from here on out.
You have a top five pick, Steve?
Yeah, so should I go individual people, or you guys want me to just go down the list?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start off with Caden. Caden had Mike Tyson. He had Michael Irvin. He had Mike Allstott, Mike Vrabel, and Mike Evans.
It's not
Not a
bad.
bad draft. I like that.
Good.
That's
like it.
bad, Mike.
Clay,
Bunch of Hall
Wait.
of Fame.
your picks: Mike Trout,
Yeah.
Mike Ditka,
Yeah.
Mike Piazza,
Oh yeah.
Michael Thomas,
Eh.
and Michael Johnson.
Trending more.
Kind of started falling off.
Give me this. Yeah, Michael Thomas. It's not a good one.
Penna, your picks were Michael Phelps, Michael Strahan, Mike Miller, Mike Conley,
Ooh.
and
I think I can beat this team.
Mike Gesicki.
Mike's draft was not right.
Oh,
Whoa.
I think I can beat
was
that
a
team.
repeat.
Oh, bad. Oh.
I think a team full of Cadens could beat that team.
Hands down. You have to give him
And then
points.
again, I win it again. I just look at my picks. I'm like, how do you guys not choose these people?
This is crazy. The comments is going nuts about me
DJs,
this week.
Michael Jordan, Michael Vick, Mike Singletary, Michael Bennett, and Michael Chandler.
Okay, your
Last
They're
two were
good ones.
Yeah.
I would hate to fight those ones.
I'd
hate to fight him.
Strong. Those first three were.
I mean, if we're gonna give a shout out, Manny said that my draft was the best one last week. He saw where I was going.
Shout out to the homie.
Shout out to the boy Manny.
Yep, big shout outs. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, that's gonna wrap
I
up the
think
draft.
That's gonna wrap it up.
That's gonna wrap up. I think we got a great episode. I'm excited for Sunday. Excited for the week. What we got after next week, we're gonna start diving more into some hockey, some basketball. We're gonna get into talking a lot about more of that and
Cricket.
let's enjoy don't forget cricket.
March
We'll have the recap of the game as well.
Yep, field hockey. Field hockey's gonna come into play.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe some lacrosse,
Some polo, some
bowling.
We got some big
cornhole
UFC
in
games
there.
coming up, or UFC games, UFC fights coming up.
Yeah, UFC fights.
Yep.
Now we
Yeah.
got $2.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some big cards coming up here in the next couple months.
Oh yeah.
Well, until next time, folks, remember, like, comment, subscribe, put everything you guys want in the comments. We want to read them off. We want to go over them with you guys. I'm glad you guys want to join the Brotherhood. We're here for the Brotherhood. We're signing off. My name's Clayton.
I'm Capetta.
I'm Caden.
DJ.
Until next time, welcome to the Brotherhood.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. We love you.
Let's go. Let's go.